Disney Jollywood Nights at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
We're trying all the snacks, entertainment, and everything exclusive to this party.
Is it worth the $180 price tag?
We're gonna find out.
I'm hungry for candy canes. Are they vegan?
Hey.
That's all we got.
We are here. The party is about to begin, give or take, but we're about to be able to get inside. So Angie and I actually rode together. We got here around 5-ish. Got here at 5 o'clock. We waited outside of the gates, not for long at all. Right now it is 5:42, and starting at 6 with your party ticket, you can get inside. So right before they brought us up to the turnstiles, they tapped my magic band to see what my ticket was, and then they put our little Jollywood Nights guy on. So I'm very excited. They're gonna let us in at 6. The party technically does not start until 7:30, but there is plenty to do in the meantime, which you guys will see. She's watching Making Very Merry Christmas Party.
We were there last night, the video goes up tomorrow, but we're at Jollywood right now.
So we gotta make
So
sure
I'm watching it now. You should go watch that video.
Oh.
It's already on the channel. And look how hard I'm working on it. He's emotionally unavailable Santa. All right, so there is a special path once you get into Jollywood that routes you around to the side. This is different from last year, or at least from the first night last year when we were here. There's a whole separate Jollywood side route that you can enter through. This is very similar to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and it's got cute lights and photo ops, and they have this whole cute Jollywood Nights post. There's a little bit of a line for it, but not too shabby, so I think I'm gonna wait. The event doesn't start for another hour and a half, so we've got a little bit of time to kill before we can get into all the holiday fun. Disney Jollywood Nights is a holiday party that takes place in Disney's Hollywood Studios. So there are 2 Christmas parties available in Disney World now. There is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which we just went to and you can see on the channel just a few days ago. And there is Jollywood Nights. Jollywood Nights is a little bit more about the glitz and glamour of the holidays. It's a little more grown-up geared. There are some more exciting food offerings and entertainment options. And we're gonna check it all out tonight. The event runs select nights from November 9th to December 21st, 2024. And the party happens from 7:30 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. But you can get in a little bit earlier with your admission. Pricing for the event runs from $159 to $179 depending on the date. So it is actually a bit cheaper than Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
One of those things that you can do before the party even gets started is grab your map, which I think even if you feel like you don't need a map to get around the party, you should get it because it's a great free souvenir. And let me tell you, this thing is hefty. This is good quality. We all were talking about in one of the first episodes of Agatha All Along when Sharon, Mrs. Hart, kept talking about the quality of the paper. We all kept referencing that because this is a nice guy. So let's talk through what you can find in this map. We start here in the front. Gorgeous, Gertie, very cute. And you can look at that shine, just gorgeous. We've got some ads here in the front. Keep going. First thing you're gonna find is entertainment. All of the different things you can find during the party this year. I'm so excited for the entertainment. It's very important. And then of course they have some photos to kind of give you a preview of what you're gonna see and what each show is about. Moving on, you've got all of your character greetings, one of the most important parts of the party and one thing that people love to check out. On the other side, they're showing you your attractions map and the legend, what everything means. That's when you get to the good stuff. This is the full map where you can find each thing, where you can find each character, each show, what attractions are open and available, and an easy way to find them all. Continuing on, because again, this thing is hefty. They kind of give you a merchandise preview as well if that's something that you're really excited about. And then on the other side, they're talking about PhotoPass, baby, all of the complimentary event photos that you can find around the park. Then this is where we get into my favorite part, all of these special dining highlights. We have all of the different things, where you can find them and what's really exciting and exclusive to this event. And then just like that, you've made it all the way back to Ollie, the gingerbread man who's here on the back. This is a really quick overview, but that's basically what you're gonna find in the map. It should be one of the first things you grab for multiple reasons.
All right, so the party still hasn't quite started yet. You can get in at 6. It gives you an hour and a half in the park before the party starts. So yes, you can get a bit of a head start on riding those rides. Another option on party nights is you can actually see Fantasmic. The Hollywood Studios show runs at 6:30 on party nights. So if you have that party admission, you can make it to Fantasmic, which is really awesome if you love that show and maybe don't have another chance to see it during your trip. but you'll see a lot of cast members through the park, and they are looking for wristbands. When you arrive, they will give you a wristband like this. They'll look at that throughout the night, throughout the park, to make sure that you are a guest who is supposed to be at Jollywood. If you lose your wristband, no big deal. They'll direct you to go get a new one, but you have to have admission to be in the park, and they'll ask you to leave otherwise. For the first time this year, Disney Jollywood Nights does have exclusive merchandise for the party, most of it featuring the very cute Ollie the gingerbread man, who is the mascot of the party.
This Jollywood Nights t-shirt glows in the dark. Jollywood Nights lug bag. A Jollywood Nights pin. A Jollywood Nights ornament. Jollywood mug. It's a good sized mug, and it says Hollywood Studios on the back.
You guys excited? Yeah. We have Breedlove is stopping me from walking into many people, but he was doing it in a cool and casual way.
Honestly, Quincy,
yes.
One of us is gonna have to change.
Well, it's not gonna be me, Sage.
Oh, wait, let me just...
1, 2, 3, Jollywood!
All right, so I'm headed to my first stop of the night, which is the Trolley Car Cafe for a fun Phineas and Ferb treat. Let's go. The Agent P croissant, which is a waffle croissant dipped in caramel chocolate and topped with mint cream, a chocolate hat, and M&Ms. This is brand new to the festival, and I'm very intrigued to try it. I'm not a huge fan of mint, but there doesn't seem to be like a lot on it, and I love a good croissant, so we'll see what happens. So Agent P, also known as Perry the Platypus, he is from Phineas and Ferb, a show on the Disney Channel where two kids set on these like crazy epic adventures, and their pet, Platypus, is also a secret agent. I like to think of myself as the Dr. Doofenshmirtz of the AllEars team. All right. I love it that it also has like a fun little chocolate hat on top, because anytime Perry the Platypus puts on a hat, then he's Perry the Platypus, but anytime he takes off the hat, then he's just the platypus. So, all right, let's try this. I was wrong. It's very minty. I would say mint is the main flavor. Mint and chocolate. If you love mint and chocolate, mint chocolate, if you will. Let's combine the two words. That's what this is. I do love the chocolate hat. It tastes like a candy bar made into a chocolate hat. The waffle itself is see what that? It's a little. I don't know, stale's the right word. It's a little hard. It's a little chunky. So, yeah. Typically, if you're getting a croissant, expect it to be flaky, a little airy, a little buttery. That's not the case here. If I was going to give this a rating between 1 to 5 gingerbread, I'd give it a 2. I'm just not a huge fan of mint, but the 2 gingerbreads, the points, I guess, if you will, go for the awesome theming and the chocolate hat on top.
So you stepped away from me and thought you could put the hat back on.
I just want to have one thing!
All right, my next stop, I've swung by this little snack stand right here, right off of Hollywood Boulevard. It's right across from the Starbucks, Trolley Car Cafe, because they have an annual pass holder exclusive frozen espresso martini. There she is. Obviously I had to try out something a little special for pass holders. It's not super frozen. It's definitely like kind of just like a milky consistency. It's still tasty. I can taste the espresso. I can't really taste the liquor, but you can tell that it's there. My biggest thing is this is super chocolatey. It tastes like an iced mocha, really, is what this tastes like, with a little bit of that alcohol taste on the end. It's tasty. I don't know if it's necessarily like 100% a must get, but it is fun and it is festive. So I'm not mad about it. I just don't know that I get it again.
I'm here at Dockside Diner, and tonight I'm trying something completely new to the party, the potato and pea stuffed samosas. These come with curried chickpeas, herb crema, and tomato pomegranate chutney. This is a really exciting addition for those of us looking for plant-based options around the park, especially during the party. Now, Dockside Diner isn't usually the best spot for plant-based eaters, so I am very excited and very curious to have something here tonight that I can actually enjoy. And here it is, the pea stuffed samosas with curried chickpeas, herb crema, and tomato pomegranate chutney. That's the part I'm most excited about. I found this lighting's too good. but I have made a perfect bite. It looks a little bit more like Halloween. It's kind of Merry Christmas Halloween right now. But the samosas were those two triangles on either side of the dish. The chutney is underneath the two of them, and there are two little dollops of that crema, the herb crema. And let's try it right now. This is too good to be true. Those curried chickpeas in between the two samosas. I could eat those with a spoon, like a porridge, and be more than satisfied. I mean, those are so well seasoned. They're heavily seasoned and very salty. So, and they do have spice. So this is gonna be too much for people that are sensitive to spice and salt. I'm getting more tomato than pomegranate. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't tasted any pomegranate yet. I'm gonna go for it again. I may have just tasted a tiny bit of pomegranate. This needs more pomegranate if you're gonna call it a tomato pomegranate chutney. It's very tomato forward. I really love the way it tastes. It's kind of like a bland salsa in a way, if that makes sense. Which is fine because the chickpeas are so curried and salted. I'm nitpicking here, the way this all comes together rocks my holidays. I need to figure out how to get back into this party and order this, or beg Disney, please Disney World, make this a full-time offering somewhere.
My first stop of the night is in search of some of the special holiday food and treats that's around for the party. So we're gonna stop here at Baseline Tap House. There are a few special items offered here during the party. I'm getting really hungry, so let's go ahead and try them out. All right, we picked up everything we were going to here at Baseline Tap House. Now, here on the left is the beer margarita. This one is $17.50, which I feel like is pretty standard pricing for a margarita here. It's made of a blend of Patron Silver Tequila, Cointreau orange liqueur, and lime juice, topped with Scrimshaw Pilsner served over ice. And we also did add on the salt rim. You can have, I believe, either salt or sugar. Our bites here are the macaroni and cheese croquettes. These are $5 for the set. They're just fried macaroni and cheese bites with aioli dipping sauce, and I'm really excited to try this pairing. I'm really excited about this beer margarita. It's kind of been on my list ever since all the Jollywood treats were announced, so cheers. Wow. That's got a zing to it. That is good. You can taste the lime and the tequila in it of a regular margarita, like a regular on the rocks lime margarita, but then it's got that kind of bubbly, fuller taste from the beer part, almost like a club soda. I don't know that it's like a well-rounded flavor like a beer, but it could be that it's been a little bit watered down. Let me try it again. That beer zest kind of hits you in the aftertaste. So you get that lime and the tequila up front, and you got that beer taste on the back end. It's really good. I would recommend maybe a little bit more lime juice if you like more of the margarita feel, but if you like more of the bubbly beer consistency to it, you might want to just swirl it around a little bit or use a straw with it. Very good. $17.50 is a little pricey for a drink, but I also feel like it's pretty basic, and while it's festive and holiday, I feel like that's something that you could probably request on a regular day if you knew how to request it correctly, or I just would have liked to have seen it jazzed up a little bit. Maybe some colors, maybe some different flavors, but it is very toned down and basic. So $17.50 for something that is so basic, probably wouldn't get it again proactively. Now let's taste out these croquet bites. Now you can see there's some fried mac and cheese in it. These are good. Last year Baseline had some foods that were really good, and they were more like finger foods or almost stuff that you would find on like a charcuterie board, just kind of in a little container. This year though, these mac and cheese bites are amazing. Ooh, that's a lot of heat now. That aioli will definitely turn up the heat. It's got like a little bit of a chipotle. It's got a zing to it as well, almost like a garlic or mustard aioli to it. It's good. But it is going to have a nice little low heat to it. It's going to kick up that flavor real hot and heavy at the first, and then it's going to leave like a slow burn. So if you don't want something that's got a lot of heat or zest to it, I wouldn't mix it with that aioli dip. But the mac and cheese bites are nice on their own. They could carry it themselves. They're very crunchy and fried on the outside. They give a nice like audible crisp bite to it whenever you get in. It's good. It's good. $5, you can't beat it. It does actually come with 2. This is one I would get again and again.
ABC Commissary is great if you're looking for some unique international fare, and we really love it here because it's indoors. You get to chill, have some nice AC, enjoy your time, and eat some good food. One of the fun parts about these holiday parties is that a lot of the quick service restaurants offer these exclusive dishes that you can only get during a party night. And today we are grabbing the cauliflower taco, the Talk About a Holiday cookie, and the coquito. I am so excited. Let's go grab them. And here we have the cauliflower taco. This is available for $4.49, and it is chili pepper lime dusted fried cauliflower with diced onions, cilantro, all on top of a corn tortilla. And it has a cashew chipotle crema. And this is the Talk About a Holiday cookie. So fun. It is chocolate cookies in between a cranberry cheesecake. They're also dipped in cranberry white chocolate, and on top they have a pistachio whipped cream, and there's all these fun holiday sprinkles and gold crispy pearls. And this is available for $5.79. And last but not least, we have the coquito. This is coconut milk and coconut cream, sweet condensed milk, and cinnamon sprinkled on top, and it has both Bacardi and Captain Morgan rum, and this is available for $9. Let's try. I start off with the cauliflower taco. I am so excited. It smells really, really good. Cheers, of course. That is honestly so delicious. Oh my. The flavors are so intense in a great way. It's so flavorful. There's definitely a spicy kick because of that cashew chipotle crema, but you can taste the lime and the chili pepper dust. So savory. And the corn tortilla tastes really fresh and authentic. And the cauliflower is crispy, which is so fun. This is delicious. And I love that it's plant-based, so it's vegan friendly. But me, who isn't a vegan, I would absolutely get this. It's just as good as any regular taco. Again, the flavors are just incredible. And I love the crispiness of the fried cauliflower. So yummy. And I'm also amazed by the price. Okay, and now I'm gonna try the Talk About a Holiday cookie. First of all, I love the pun. I love me some good puns, but this looks so cute. I kind of already cut it, but I haven't tried it, I promise. But it looks so good. So there's like the raspberry cheesecake in there, the pistachio cream. Let's take a bite. Cheers. It tastes like gingerbread. Like, I don't know, maybe it's the chocolate cookies, because the cranberry cheesecake tastes like cranberry, but there's like some spices in there that just make it feel super Christmassy and fun. Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting to get like that flavor, and I'm really excited because that flavor, if I buy anything spice cakey or gingerbready, instant Christmas vibes, which is perfect. It is so aesthetic, but it's also so delicious, and I love how the cheesecake is very creamy, but the cookies are really soft too, and they go really well together. The white chocolate is delicious, and that pistachio with cream with frosting, so yummy. Ooh. Okay. I'm a little disappointed. I'm trying to think more positive, but I want to be very honest. I don't really taste. That's not true. So, the coconut cream and milk and the condensed milk, like all those flavors that make an authentic coquito, are very far off in the distance because there's 2 different types of rum in here, and I can taste that. The Captain Morgan is really making himself known in this. It's just very intensely alcoholic, and coquito does typically have rum, but growing up we wouldn't have any alcohol in there. So I don't know, it's just really intense. And I like to have my alcoholic drinks and not taste the alcohol. However, if you love that, especially on a cold night, this would warm you up so fast with that rum. It is very good though. It doesn't taste bad. I just wish that I was able to taste more of the coconut cream and the cinnamon on top. It's just the rum hit me really intensely. But I love that they have this on the menu, and if you do like your alcohol, you'll enjoy this one. However, if you don't, this is very intensely alcohol tasting.
We've made it over to Market, which is right here outside of the Pixar area and Toy Story Land. And we're just gonna grab one thing here, but they have a handful of things. This is where you can find the buffalo chicken spring rolls. They have snowball macaroons, caramel apple cider, that's what we're here for. Quite a few things, so we're gonna try something new. Okay, here she is. I ended up going with the caramel apple cider with moonshine. It has Werther's original caramel, apple cider, cinnamon, and the Old Smoky apple pie moonshine garnished with some sugar goodness. Okay, cheers, friends. I actually really enjoyed this. It is right up my alley. It is really light. It has that comforting apple cider flavor that's really aromatic, super spice forward, but it's very nice and sweet thanks to the caramel. You would not know that any moonshine is in this. For people who like a cocktail but don't love the taste of alcohol, I think this is a great one. I'm pleasantly surprised. It feels like Christmas in a cup to me.
All right, next up, I'm headed to Epic Eats, which is right next to the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. Typically, that's where you're gonna find some funnel cakes, and you can also find a unique funnel cake, but we're not doing that tonight. Tonight, we are doing something on the thing that Sage would do, the thing that I would do. I'm getting a cocktail, woo! All right, so over at Epic Eats, this is brand new. This is the Warm Spice Chai Cocktail, which is basically chai tea, rum chata, cream liqueur, vanilla syrup, and cinnamon. Okay, I tried to go somewhere a little bit quieter, even though I really like that music. Shout out to you, Kelly Clarkson, underneath the tree. All right, so I do like, it's a smaller portion than I anticipated, which, that makes sense. But it comes in this like fun little cup with this handle. It feels very Christmassy, very holiday oriented. And there's even like a big old cinnamon stick in there. Woo! This is a warm drink, by the way. I should mention that. It is nice and toasty. Woo! Woo! Oh, I gotta be careful here. Woo! That is just delightful. So first off, it's just like a very warm cinnamon forward drink. Vanilla cinnamon forward drink. It gives me all the Christmas vibes. It makes me feel like I'm drinking warm eggnog, warm like spiked like spiced eggnog by the fire on a Christmas morning, and I've just gotten a brand new red bike. Yay me! And it feels like, whoo, this is really well done. I get like a hint of the tea kind of on the back end, like it's almost like an aftertaste. You're like, oh, that makes me feel like kind of warm, and I know tea definitely gives you like a warm and fuzzy feeling inside when you're drinking it as well, but it's kind of on the back end there. It's like an earthy kind of on the back end, but really it's very cinnamon because rum chata already has cinnamon in it, and they added additional cinnamon on top. So it really is a well-rounded beverage. I really like it. Oh my gosh, it's Phineas and Ferb. Woo! Phineas and Ferb for the win! Yeah, you guys are awesome. Bye.
Wow, okay, I was not expecting those croquette bites to really fill me up as a snack between the two of them. And I'm almost certain that we have some room for more, so let's go see what they've got over here at Pizza Rizzo. We're headed on over here to Pizza Rizzo to check out their Jollywood night bites and drinks. But here you can get a taste of Italy at Pizza Rizzo's. They serve an antipasto flatbread and other blissful bites. Ooh, here's the menu now. Let's take a look. Meatball and polenta, Italian beef sandwich, that flatbread that we just mentioned, the caramel mocha Napoleon looks fantastic. They've even got a cranberry fizz, the holiday cheer, and the snow pepino, I think is how you say that. That's really cool. Dinner is served. Look at everything we got. It looks fantastic, and I can't wait to tell you about it. First up here in the top left corner, we've got the Italian beef sandwich. Now this little sucker is $6.99. It's a sliced beef sweet and spicy pepper sandwich. It's made with Berea sweet and spicy pepper pesto, served with a side of au jus dipping sauce. That one's actually new this year. Then you've got the caramel mocha Napoleon. It's a $5.79. This is layers of puff pastry and caramel mascarpone cheese with a whipped coffee cremo, salted caramel crispy pearls, chocolate curl there at the top, and some festive sprinkles. Then in the very back, in this lovely tall cup, we've got the Snow Pepino. This one is $8. It's a lemon sorbet, prosecco, grappa, and rosemary. It smells divine, by the way. Then you come up to the holiday cheer, which is the alcoholic version of these kinds of drinks here. So the holiday cheer is $9. It's made with Aperol aperitif. I'm so sorry if I've butchered that. Vodka, Sprite, wild cherry syrup, and house-made rosemary simple syrup with an orange slice and the rosemary sprig on top. And then last but not least, we've got the cranberry fizz. Now this is the non-alcoholic festive offering here. This one's $4.99. It's made of cranberry juice, Sprite, wild cherry syrup, and some house-made rosemary simple syrup with the lime. You'll note that when you come to Jollywood nights here in this park, all of these cups here with the clear plastic have alcohol in them, while the opaque cups are the ones with no alcohol in them, which is what the cast members there at the front told me. I thought that was a pretty neat trick, so you'll know the difference between them instantaneously. So let's start with this little guy right here. I shouldn't say little. The Snow Pepino is very large, so cheers again. Wow. Okay. This is a drink I would totally get over again. It's lemony, but it's like a sweet lemon, like a sweet lemonade, just in an alcoholic frozen version. When I think of lemon drinks, especially alcoholic lemon drinks, I kind of tend to think that they remind me more of a zestier, bitter, very sour lemon. No, not this one. This one is very light, very airy. You can taste all the other ingredients mixed in with the lemon to kind of taper it down, but it does have a lot of sugar to it, so that's probably where all that sweetness comes from. It's excellent. I feel like you're going to get a lot here because it does actually fill the bottom. It's probably just as much as any one of these other cups here, but I like to imagine that it's a little bit bigger just because it's in a longer glass. Excellent option so far. Let me take one more drink. Let's try the holiday cheer. This one with the rosemary and the orange. Now see, this is everything that I hoped that the beer margarita beer would have been over at Baseline. When I want to think of festive, holiday, Christmassy type drinks, this is exactly what I have in mind. It's a really nice, smooth cranberry taste. It's more on the actual fruit side and not so sweet, but I think that's attributed to the rosemary and the orange. Divine. I don't even mind the size of the cup. I think this is okay for what the price is. I wouldn't pay too much more for it, but I really do enjoy this one. If you're an adult coming to Jollywood nights, this is your drink. If you're a child coming to Jollywood nights, this is your drink. This is excellent, but it's not anything earth-shattering. We're not reinventing the wheel here. If you've ever had like a Sprite with cranberry juice, it's just kind of a jazzed up version of it. It's fun. It's like $5. It's a decent like kid-sized portion. I wouldn't recommend it as an adult drink because you're probably going to guzzle this thing down very, very quickly unless you're really trying to take your time with it. Excellent option though. I've really enjoyed these drinks so far. Let's talk about this sandwich. I've already dipped it, so let me dip it again and get some fresh dip on it. Whew. It's about a quarter. Yeah, I guess a quarter of like a regular foot-long sandwich, so it's not bad. I feel like for its price, it is a pretty small portion, so let's see how it does. There's a lot of pepper in here. If you want to think of pepper like in the same consistency that goes on pizza, the green peppers that go on pizza, that's going to be the same kind of invitation here. I see the jalapenos, maybe some extra peppers. It's like a roast beef sub. I want to say it's almost like a Philly cheesesteak, but there's like no cheese. It's like everything a Philly cheesesteak would be without a cheesesteak or cheese. And then you've got the au jus dipping, which is great. All right, let's round this whole food review out. Let's try this Napoleon now. Spoiler alert, I had a lot of trouble trying to break this sucker open. It was very brittle when I tried to crack it open with a fork. You can see, but look at it. It's kind of spongy here with all the layers. I can actually like use my thumbs to kind of play around with it. It's pliable. That's exactly what I would hope that a pastry would be. It's just kind of light and fluffy. So that did kind of take me back a little. I think it was more this top layer that was just extra crunchy, because all the inside seems to be doing just fine. I don't know how else to bite into this because a fork is just going to make a mess of things, so this is how we're going to try it out. That is good. For a quick service restaurant, I would not recommend you come and eat during the daytime. Jollywood nights, this is where everybody needs to eat. Wow, that was good. I do like the flavors in the whipped topping. The little crispy pearls were a nice added touch with the caramel. It's just enough. The white chocolate ribbon at the top was brittle enough that you can break it apart. Wow, that was really good. There's not a whole lot of it, so it's not going to be super overwhelming or super sugary, but you can taste a little bit of that caramel chocolate consistency there. The festive holiday sprinkles are what they are. They're just fun, but you have a lot of that puff pastry. So if you're someone that actually really needs a lot of that filling or a lot of that whipped topping, might not be for you. But if you're somebody that's like, yeah, I would enjoy that, but I really just like that Napoleon taste, that crunch, those extra layers, this is it for sure.
Happy holidays from Ice Hydraulics, where we are grabbing the Duffy brownie and the dark and snowy. Alright, and here we have the Duffy brownie. Now this is a Coca-Cola fudge-filled cherry white chocolate chip brownie, whoa, covered in Coca-Cola buttercream and has a caramel chocolate Duffy paw. It looks so cute. I love that it looks like fur with the frosting, and I am so excited to try this. This is available for $5.99. This is so interesting because of that Coca-Cola fudge and the buttercream, and then there's actually bits of cherry along with the white chocolate chips. That is really unique, but at its core it's still a really good chocolate brownie, so it's so interesting to have it in my head that there's Coca-Cola in here. I like how ooey gooey the brownie is. It's really nice and soft, and I really like the consistency of the buttercream. It's really whipped and really tasty and flavorful. All in all, it's adorable, and it's very unique flavors, which I enjoy. It's not your typical boring basic brownie. There's some really fun unique twists to it. And here we have the dark and snowy. So this is a frozen blend of Tennessee whiskey and Coca-Cola, and there is sweetened coconut cream on top, and we have some cinnamon sprinkled in there. I love that it's a unique twist on a classic Coke and whiskey, and that sweetened cream and cinnamon has me so excited. This is available for $9. Oh my. That is so yummy. Whoa. First off, I love that sweetened coconut cream. It sounds like a really nice sweetness that kind of contrasts the bitterness of the whiskey. Whiskey's like sweet and bitter, but I don't know, in this case it's just like two really interesting flavor combos that just work beautifully. And then whiskey and Coke, they're just made to be together. So that combined with the sweetness of the coconut cream, and then the cinnamon, it's like it's a great holiday cocktail. It is a perfect holiday cocktail. I love also that the Coke is a frozen Coke, which is the best kind of Coke. And it's just really unique and interesting and fun and delicious, and it smells so good. I really enjoyed it. Of course, the alcohol taste is prominent in this one, but in this case, it works. I think all the flavors work beautifully together. This is so fun to walk around and drink in. I love that it's not messy. Kind of. I love it. 10 out of 10. I'm yapping too much. It's just good. This deserves a capital magic.
Glisten is a show that takes place right here on Hollywood Boulevard where international champion skaters perform breathtaking routines set to a vibrant holiday soundtrack. So yeah, there's gonna be skaters out there. There's not real ice. It's like a plastic, the fake plastic ice, but we're gonna get to see skaters. The way the seating works for Glisten is that if you want to sit, you can sit up in the front. There's a big tape box on the ground. You can sit on the ground. If you would rather stand, you just have to stand behind everyone who's sitting. There's a line of tape. There's plenty of people letting you know.
Priority, and that's a character that I am so excited to see. And yes, this is my literal #1 priority. So we're making our way to Santa's workshop. I'm trying to get in line for a very famous bear. You can also find specialty merchandise back here, which we'll get to in a second, of course. But I'm here for the bear. That long line is calling my name. Hello. Thank you so much. You look so wonderful. You like the snowman? Of course. You're all in your holiday getup, so I feel like I had to be too. Look great. Can we take some pictures together? Be still my heart. I got to meet Duffy. I love Duffy. Duffy and Friends are some of my favorite Disney characters ever. And he is a very exciting and exclusive meet and greet. You do not find him hardly at all in Disney World. So that is part of why this line was so long. I waited right at an hour for Duffy. For me, I think it's worth it. I'm also going to tell you the line looks significantly shorter than when I first got in it. So maybe we're going to try to do some research throughout the night, but maybe Duffy is not the one to rope drop. But there are so many characters. Right now tonight they have Phineas and Ferb, Max dressed as Powerline, Pinocchio or Jiminy Cricket, Chip and Dale as the Rescue Rangers, Baloo and King Louie from Tailspin, Santa Stitch, Mickey and Minnie of course, Santa Duffy, Friends from Mary Poppins, Clarice or Scrooge McDuck, which, hey, speaking of, but yeah, there's so many exciting and fun special meet and greets that you're probably not going to find outside of the parties.
In addition to Glisten, which is happening right now, there are a number of other shows, bigger shows that you are seeing, but also just little stumble upon exciting things and rare characters. I am cruising towards Pixar Place to find Pixar Disco, which is a dance party featuring some of your favorite Pixar pals. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to talk too much once I'm over there, but I expect to see Edna Mode. Dropping it low? Probably not. I expect to see Edna Mode dancing tastefully. Frozone, and a new character at Jollywood Nights this year, Joy from Inside Out. Oh my gosh, Mike Wazowski's there too. And Sadness! There are so many characters here and they're in winter clothes! Oh my gosh, go to Pixar Disco. I've taken a brief break from the party to take a look at wait times, tell you what they look like during the party because attractions are open. Lots of 5 and 10 minute waits, 15 for Rockin', which doesn't really go lower than 15. 15 minutes for Rise of the Resistance. Yeah. Longest waits are for some of the character meet and greets, Santa Stitch being the longest at 55 minutes. And Slinky Dog Dash is 40 minutes, which is pretty low for Slinky. But 15 minutes for Rise of the Resistance right now. That might be a walk-on. Now, would I be in line for Rise of the Resistance when the Pixar Disco is right here? No, and I'm going back to the Pixar Disco. I love it in there. It's insane. The characters are Frozone, Edna Mode, Joy or Sadness, and Mike Wazowski, who cannot move his arms. What a choice for a dance party. The music, we obviously can't really play the music for you because of copyright, but I thought that I had peaked when we were listening to Hold On Throw Down by Miley Cyrus and I was dancing to it with Mike Wazowski and Frozone. And then I realized I hadn't because the DJ played a mashup of Turn Down for What and the Imperial March. The Pixar Disco is the single best like dance party I've been to at one of these Disney events. A lot of these Disney events have like DJ dance parties. They're always fun, there's typically characters, but usually they're a little kind of like awkward. I guess this one's also a little awkward, but it's hilarious also, and I love it in there, and I'm going back in there, so. Thank goodness you guys are here. It's amazing in there.
All that eating just has me wanting to dance. Do you ever feel that way when you're eating so much you're like, I want to dance? Well, lucky for us, there's a dance party going on right now at Animation Courtyard. Let's go check it out! This dance party is called Fiesta en la Calle, which is a party in the streets. And there's performers and special character meet and greets. Two of the Tres Caballeros come out to meet. Jose Carioca and Panchito are here today. And they play a lot of bachata-inspired music. We got mambo, salsa, merengue, super fun, danceable music. And the best part is that these performers actually help you dance. They give you some steps, some moves, so you can have fun and enjoy, and it's beautiful.
I'm about to go see Holidays in Hollywood here at Theater of the Stars. That's typically where Beauty and the Beast live on stage happens, but for now it's a full Miss Piggy, Kermit, Mickey, Minnie Mouse. It's a full show. I can't wait to see it. Let's go. So this show is hosted by Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. The star-studded holiday extravaganza includes appearances from the characters such as Tiana, Belle, Minnie Mouse, and Mickey Mouse, accompanied by a talented cast of singers, dancers, and a full jazz band. It's incredible. All right, so we just got out of the show, and let me tell you, I think there is a reason that I say live entertainment is important, because this show it was everything I could have wanted in a nostalgic, feel-good holiday spectacular. It felt like I was seeing the Disney Muppet version of the Radio City Music Hall Spectacular, the Christmas show they do in New York. Like the dancers and the singers. I would call both of the singers holiday pop. So they had the fun, warm musical theater tone, but then they were just like belting and doing all these incredible runs and just like almost give me like a couple times like that fun like gospel tone they were hitting. I was like, oh, hello. Hot take, I actually do think I like this show better than the Castle show at Very Merry Christmas Party. Call me controversial, I just think it's collective joy. This is everything I could have wanted in a holiday Christmas spectacular. Well done. This is a must-do at Jollywood Nights. If you don't see any other live entertainment, please make this a priority. This was so well done. The cast and crew, bravo. You know I'm already a fan, so well done. Proud of you guys. Let's go.
Now for my next thing, I'm just having like a really wonderful, perfect time so far because it's been Duffy and now it's gonna be really good food. But we are doing Jazzy Holidays at the Brown Derby. This is super exciting because it is a very limited seating option. It's all fun new menu items. There's live entertainment and we are super pumped. Quincy's gonna be meeting me for this one, but they highly encourage reservations. Although technically not required, you probably should grab one because that seating is so limited.
Okay, we have a couple more things on the way, but this is so far our Jazzy Holidays haul. So far. We have the chorizo arancini with Parmesan dust and salmorejo tomato sauce. We have the sticky chicken wings with sweet and spicy soy. The jazzy holiday sliders with bison and pork, onion jam, dolce gorgonzola cheese, bib lettuce, and a brioche roll. We are getting the hamachi, which comes with caper aioli, Dijon avocado mousse, and citrus champagne vinaigrette. Then drinks-wise, we have here the spiced pear martini, Grey Goose vodka, spiced pear syrup, and lemon juice. The peppermint schnapps sipping chocolate here, which is Tito's handmade vodka and peppermint schnapps. And then the non-alcoholic, we did eat the brownies ears out. We had to, they were sinking. They were sinking and we had to.
We made a medical decision.
It was a medical decision.
It was life or death.
So we did eat the ears, but this was the holiday Mickey hot cocoa. House-made hot cocoa topped with whipped cream, caramel chocolate brownie Mickey ears, and holiday sprinkles. We've come outside to speak because it's bopping in there with jazzy holiday music.
Overall, if you had to give it a 1 out of 5 Ollies, the gingerbread man.
AllEars
What
the
would you give
gingerbread
it?
man. There he is.
That's him. Yeah.
The experience for me, even for the price of the experience, is 5 out of 5.
I was gonna give it a 5 too, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's a major improvement from last year, in my opinion.
Really,
well.
you did it last year.
I did it last year, and I liked it last year. I also think I walked away going, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I really liked it. There's something
Well, both of us kind of overate.
overall food. I thought it was all really wonderful.
Yeah.
There was nothing I would not order again.
And what an incredible, diverse menu with so many like interesting flavors, and it felt elevated. It felt like a grown-up dinner party.
Yes.
What you wanted to feel like. And the bar drinks were amazing.
Really
Even
wonderful.
the non-alcoholic hot chocolate was incredible. It was like definitely a higher quality chocolate to it. So creamy and delicious. It's house-made. And we spent about $100 for 4 small plates, non-alcoholic drink and 2 cocktails. And that's really like
Pretty good for Disney
for
World.
Disney World, that's pretty reasonable. And it was a lovely experience with the piano playing the whole time, and they played a mix of holiday music and Disney music. And it was just a really nice atmosphere.
It was a really great adult experience.
My only and huge hiccup I have with this is I think I could not ever recommend paying to enter this party and then spending an hour of it sitting in a table service restaurant when there's just so much to be done, unless it really calls to you.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I also think that there is a world that if you know what you want before you sit down and you let your server know, you could be in and out in 30, 40 minutes.
I think the folks next to us were.
Yeah, I think that there's a world that you could make it a shorter experience, but you're still going to be committing 30 to 40 minutes. And if you just want to be at Jollywood for the vibes of it, I think this is great. But
Yeah.
if you have high priorities and a long priority list, I don't know that I would put this on it.
I also might say if you were kind of looking, if you're like a snack around foodie person, you might, instead of snacking around, do this.
Do this. I agree with that.
Even though there's a lot of incredible food at Jollywood, this is just it feels like an elevated experience.
It felt like a true sit-down experience. This is food I would want again in a regular meal here.
Yeah.
I'm very sad that this is exclusive to the party.
Yeah, me too. And I was like, I would love to come back here, but I can't. I'm not buying a park ticket to come in here and come back here. So,
Agreed.
yeah. Well,
There you go. Much
on to
improvement,
whatever
though.
we're doing next.
Who are these stunning visions?
Well, hello, Jack Flash, casting director.
Oh, well, lovely to meet you.
Supreme Flash, artist development. You can call me Joe.
Joe, perfect. Wonderful to meet you. What are you doing here?
Oh, we
Now
are
we're at the big Twilight
Twilight Soiree?
Tip Top Club.
Yes.
Oh, we've been at the Tip Top Club since 1939, and it's been great, but we're so happy that so many new guests are joining us.
Well, okay. So I just got out of the soiree at the Tip Top Club. Now, there's a lot of things that happen here, but specifically the big one was Rachel Copeland and the Alley Cats. And that's basically a jazz group, a fantastic female singer, a saxophone player, an upright bass, singing some of your favorite holiday tunes, but with like a jazz feel, which is really nice. And her 2 ghostly dancers, Chip Calloway and Cookie Fitzgerald. The Tip Top Club is the club that was like the world-renowned famous club happening inside, like back in the day before all the things went down with the Hollywood Tower Hotel, before lightning struck on that fateful night, 1939, Halloween night. It was the club that was based in the Hollywood Tower Hotel. It was closed, obviously, when all the things happened, but now it's like this, you know, they've reopened the club, and it's like this ghostly soiree. So basically saying everybody in the Tip Top Club when that happened, you know, they've now passed away, and now they're coming back as like these cool jazzy ghosts. Now the vibe of this Twilight soiree is a lot of fun. It's like going to a jazz club in the 1920s, very glitz, glamour, Hollywood, flapper girl-esque back in the days. Really just like classy vibes, but classy, ghoulish ghost vibes, so that's kind of fun.
I'm at the Hyperion Theater. I'm about to watch What's This? Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along. This show lets everyone sing along with Jack Skellington, blending Halloween and holiday vibes with classic songs from The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like the Frozen sing-along celebration during the day, but with a spooky Merry Christmas Halloween twist. Well, Merry Christmas Halloween, the sing-along, otherwise known as What's This? Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along may not have brought the spirit of grandfather out tonight at Jollywood Nights, but that's because I was too busy being Breedlove and being amazed by this show. The Jack puppet never gets old, and neither do these songs. I didn't sing along much either because I was really taking it all in. The live performers were doing such an amazing job of moving the story along and creating this framing device for us of a couple whose house becomes enchanted by Jack Skellington and the cast of Nightmare Before Christmas. This is a really cool show. I would recommend prioritizing this because I've never seen anything like it, honestly.
Jingle Bell Jingle Bam is the holiday fireworks, laser, and projection show on the Chinese Theater. Now, though it used to be part of a regular park day, it is now exclusive to Disney Jollywood Nights and shows during the party. It is a super fun show, although I would honestly prioritize some of the live entertainment over this one.
Jingle Bell Jingle Bam isn't the only projection show happening here at Jollywood Nights. There's actually a full projection show happening on the Hollywood Tower Hotel, the Tower of Terror. Disney actually calls this Sunset Season's Greetings, and for a limited time you can get swept up in scenes of the season as the Hollywood Tower Hotel comes to holly jolly life on select nights with continuously running colorful projections. Wait a minute, it's about to start. Now the projection show will happen frequently throughout the entire evening. A new one starts like every literally 3 minutes, and then it takes like a longer break, and then again it happens again like every 3 minutes, then it takes a longer break. There's a couple different projections as well. We've got a Toy Story projection. There's an Olaf projection, like an Olaf Frozen inspired projection. There's a Muppets one, and then there's just a great holiday one as well. I'm still looking at all of them to make sure I haven't missed any, but it's definitely fun to see the Tower of Terror in a completely different light. And between each projection show, it snows on Sunset Boulevard. I mean, it's not actual snow. It is like a soap version of snow, Snope as they call it. But look at it. It's snowing in Florida. It's snowing in Disney World.
Now I'm on the backside of the Stage One Company store, and we are about to be immersed in Muppet's Christmas Carol thanks to a robotic arm. I can't even imagine what this is about, but let's go find out.
Let's go! I'm moving, I'm grooving, I'm shimmy, I'm shaking. I got a big hat, I got a crack out. What are we doing? Keep moving. I'm twisting.
This is the longest 10 seconds of my life!
I just experienced the Muppets Christmas Carol robotic arm experience. I was just immersed in Muppets Christmas Carol. It took me 3 takes. I am so sorry to everyone that was in line behind me, but we had a great time, and this is what it looks like.
So while I wait for my friends to gather so that we can discuss our experience, I want to talk a little bit before we get to if this is worth that price tag of 180 bucks. I want to talk about comparing this party to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I think that's the decision a lot of folks are gonna want to make. The more classic, more Disney experience is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. If you want classic Disney, if you want classic holiday vibes, that is the place you want to be. It's a little bit more pricey, but there's free cookies and hot cocoa, and the cookies are bagged so you can take them home, so maybe you can justify that. Jollywood Nights is, I think, geared a little bit older, but still very family friendly overall. There's lots of stuff that kids will love, lots of characters kids will love, the dance parties kids will love. They just might not love it as much as Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, because what kid is gonna pass on unlimited hot chocolate and cookies? But I still think kids will be happy here if you want the whole family to come. There's just the food and drink is a little more grown-up geared, the entertainment's a little more grown-up geared, but it's not adult by any means. It's all still very family friendly, very family oriented. The entertainment is the star here, between the dance parties, all of the live music, the incredible stage shows, the new glisten. There are so many entertainment options, and then you also get fireworks, you also get access to Fantasmic, which isn't special for the holidays, but obviously it's Fantasmic, so it's pretty great. With all of those different shows, the entertainment at this event is really unmatched. And though I love the Christmas fireworks and the Christmas parade over at Magic Kingdom, I do think the entertainment wins out over here at Jollywood Nights. So if that's something you're looking for, you might want to swing Jollywood Nights. It's different strokes for different folks with this one. Last year, it was, for me, a wholehearted Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is the better classic party. They have really stepped up their game with Jollywood this year. I think that's what we're all about to talk about. And now I think it's really up to what you want out of your party. And honestly, I don't think you can go wrong if you are gonna go to one of these parties by picking either one of them. And reminder, if you do wanna see our full coverage of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, it is up on the channel already right now. I found all my friends! They're tough. So our consensus is, if it sounds exciting to you, you can definitely get your money's worth at this event. It was rad, we had a great time. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now, if you want to go see our coverage of the Very Merry Christmas Party over at Magic Kingdom, you can check it out on the channel right now.
We'll see you there.
Live entertainment and parties.
Bye.